And we are back with episode number 15 of Let's Play Pokémon X. Now, before we actually head south to Route 13, I realized there is a whole nother route we have yet to explore. And on my town map, you can see that route would be Azure Bay, which leads us to the Sea Spirit's Den. Whether or not we can do anything there at this point in the game, I have no idea, but we are going to surf north and find out together. I did fight this fisherman off screen. I didn't realize I hadn't fought him before, but it's probably a good thing I did because it turns out he has 6 Magikarp and nothing else. So it seems like there's one of them in every game so far, or at least it certainly feels like it. I won't use a repel quite yet. Now we can't go into the dark water where these little flags here are. But I did see a swimmer to the west, and that was as far as I got because I figured we would explore more when I came back. So it's a tentacle, a Pokemon we're used to finding on the water. And it's cool that we're like on a little like shallow water area, according to the battle screen. I guess that makes more sense if you're using land Pokemon, they have to show them on the water somehow. I'll face 1 or 2 more wild Pokemon, then I'll pop some repels. I saw a Mantike at first. Ooh, what's this? Waterstone. It's a cool item, but not going to be useful to us. I think those are some of those ledges that you could jump over with the Skidoo riding. So that gives you an idea where we are right now. But where is that swimmer I saw? I thought he was over this way somewhere. No? Maybe he was up further ahead? Alright, back into the water we go then. And maybe it was a left up here. Yeah, I guess it was over here. Okay, Azure Bay, right. So let's face this guy in battle. I probably shouldn't be using a water type. This guy is from Hoenn, so we'll see if he has Gen 3 Pokemon. That would make sense. Remoraid is Gen 2, but not sure if it's part of the Hoenn Dex or not. Alright, Art, so against a fellow water type, we are going to use Round. That does make me wonder, though, is Surf actually better than Round in this scenario? I think it may be, because Round, I think, has a base power of 60, Surf base power of 90 in this generation. Ooh, a Skelp, that's a new Pokemon. It is a Poison and Dragon type. Because it's part Dragon, Surf will not be good against it, so we'll stick with Round. So Round is 90, and because of Stab, that would give it a boost of 50%, so 135. Cut that in half, what is that, like 67.5? So I'm thinking Surf is actually better even against Pokemon it's not very effective against. Unless it's like doubly not very effective or something. Like Ludicolo maybe. Or Kingdra. But except in those few rare scenarios, I think Surf is actually going to be better than Round. And a Wailmer, that's definitely a Hoenn Pokemon. So I'm going to test out my new theory, and we are going to use Surf against this Wailmer. And Wailmer, of course, evolves into Wailord, which I believe is one of the largest Pokemon currently in the games. Also one of the heaviest, so that'd be a prime target for Grassnot. In fact, I wonder who can learn Grassnot. It's possible that Art can. I know Grassnot is a TM that a lot of non-grass type Pokemon can learn. It's just kind of a weird move in that you don't know how much it does unless you also know the weights of every Pokemon you're facing. But it might be a good one for Art to have, because I believe it is a special attack. So let's take a look at our newest TM. Here's the TMs. Grassnot. So I was right, Art can learn it. And it is a special move. So we're not going to teach you to Skidoo, because I actually like his moveset a lot. And he is a physical attacker. But Art is definitely a special attacker. So Grassnot will be perfect. And should we forget Smackdown or Aerial Ace? Let's forget Smackdown. I haven't had too much use for that yet. It could be good against flying types, I guess, but I think Surf would do more even then. In most cases. Alright. We also have to find a Pokemon that can learn Fly, so I can fly back down, check on our Pokemon at the daycare, see what our berries are doing. It's been like a week or so, maybe more. So they might be dead by this point. But we'll make it a point to keep an eye out for any water-type Pokemon. For now, though, I'm actually going to put Skidoo up front. Because I feel like he would be better against a lot of these swimmers. And their water-type Pokemon. Oh, speaking of water-type Pokemon. It's a Mantike. I don't remember if Mantike is water or water and flying. I'm gonna go with Seed Bomb and we'll find out. Wide Guard, what does that do? Protected the opposing team. I think that's more of a double battle thing. Alright, so it's not super effective, which means Mantike and Mantine are both water and flying. But just because they're flying does not mean they can learn fly. In fact, I'm pretty sure that neither of them can. Otherwise, I would catch this guy. Alright. I did also trade in Lucario and Lapras for our HM Pokemon, or HMTM Pokemon, Charmander and Carbink. Because I feel like they'll be more useful, and I think at this point our team is pretty strong, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about tough battles anyway. If we get to a battle where all 4 of our main Pokemon faint, I kind of wouldn't want to win using Lapras or Mega Lucario. So she only has 1 Pokemon, and it's a Slowpoke. That's kind of sad. Slowbro or Slowking I actually like, but Slowpoke is kind of a shame. Alright, let's go with Seed Bomb. I'm thinking this might be a one-hit KO. It is super effective. And I was right. Good job, Wayne. Almost level 35, not quite. Alright, so that's 2 swimmers down. Definitely a good place to train, if nothing else. I'm going to go ahead and use a Repel. Just so we don't have to worry about any more wild Pokemon. Super Repel. There we go. Alright. And looks like I see more deep water over here. Anything down here? Nope. Can't scale those cliffs. Whoa. There's lots of people up here. And also a photo station. Do you have the Mega Ring? Is that what this stone is reacting to? I see, you should take this with you. We have an Amphrosite. So I mentioned before that Ampharos has a Mega Evolution. And this is obviously the stone that goes with it. Of course, we don't have an Ampharos or even a Mary Perflaffy, and I haven't seen one yet in this game. But if we ever got one, now we have the stone to go with it. No matter how much we fish, the ocean stays blue. So does the ground never change no matter how much we battle? Not sure I follow his logic there. This also reminds me we have to use our fishing rod at some point. Another brand new Pokemon. Cluncher. Which I think evolves into Clawitzer or something like that. A pretty powerful water type. In fact, I'm thinking that Clawitzer might be the main Pokemon of one of the next 2 gym leaders. We haven't faced a water gym yet. And it just feels like a powerful Pokemon that would be owned by a gym leader. Level 35. And Carvanha, which is from Gen 3. I think it's water and dark type. Evolves into Sharpedo. Sharpedo, something like that. And it's a favorite of Team Aqua. Remember those guys? Alright. Defeat, oh woe is me. I'll sink this feeling of despair to the bottom of the ocean. And we have yet another evolution. Actually, this has been coming for a while. Wayne actually evolves, or Skiddo actually evolves at level 32. But because I was training him off screen, I held off on the evolution so that you guys could see it as well. This is our 3rd evolution in the last 2 episodes. And I think Art is actually going to be evolving fairly soon too. Congratulations, your Wayne evolved into Go-Goat. So we defeated 1 Go-Goat, and now we have our own. And Go-Goat is actually a very powerful Pokemon. Also, funnily enough, the way the stat formulas work in Pokemon Go, he would be extremely powerful in that game if they don't change them by the time Gen 6 comes out. But I think they probably will. Sure, let's take a photo. How you got here, Phil, I have no idea. But, I guess I'll take a photo. It really is unfortunate you can't use your Pokemon. Well, I can, but apparently it's Lapras. Even though I'm, how do I take a photo? There we go. Even though I'm actually writing on Art right now, and Lapras is in the PC. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I guess they just assume that people are going to have Lapras as their serving Pokemon because they gave you one. It's kind of a dangerous assumption to make, though. Alright, well, we defeated those guys, and while we're on this little island, let's take a quick minute here and actually do just a little bit of fishing just to see what we can catch. I am going to deselect the old rod. We don't need that anymore. And in its place, we are going to register the good rod. Alright. Time to go a-fishing in Azure Bay. Nope. No bites. Take 2. Nope, let's try this side. It's probably because this guy over here has been fishing all day. He probably caught all the fish already. Making sure there were no hidden items there. There weren't. Oh, we got something. 2 explanation points. Wonder if that means anything. It is a Remoraid. Remoraid's cool because of all the Pokemon that evolve, Remoraid is probably most unlike its evolution, or pretty close up there. I guess you could say like Magikarp and Gyarados or Phoebus and Melodic. They're pretty different as well. But Remoraid evolves into Octillery, which looks nothing like it, and is based on an entirely different aquatic species, but it's still pretty cool. I've always kind of had a soft spot for Octillery, I guess because, again, I like Pokemon that have wide movesets, and even back in Gen 2, I think Octillery could learn some pretty interesting moves that other Water-type Pokemon usually can't. He is a little slow, though. Let's see what we have this time. A Chinchou, another Gen 2 Pokemon, Water and Electric type. I'm not going to catch him, though. One more Seed Bomb. I feel like there's something really interesting about that type combination, but I don't remember what it is. I guess they resist electric types, that'd be one thing. They're weak only to what? Grass and ground? And I think to this day they are the only water and electric type Pokemon. But that's enough fishing for one episode. Let's continue surfing. And we do have our rappel still going. I'm not sure which way to go first. Let's go this way first. I think this was a dead end. But I just want to make sure. Nope, I see another swimmer. I'm going to go ahead and fight her, actually, just because I probably won't be coming back this way. At least not until much later in the game, when this experience would not be as useful. And she only has 2 Pokemon, so it'll be cool to see what she has. Starting with a Corsola. Yet more Gen 2 Pokemon. Corsola is Water and Rock type, so it will be doubly weak against Seed Bomb. I remember in the anime, Misty had a Corsola back when they were traveling through Johto. And let's see who our next Pokemon is. Lantern, the evolved form of Chinchou. A lot of Johto Pokemon around these parts. Lantern is obviously more powerful than Chinchou, but not powerful enough to withstand Go-Go Seed Bomb. And we defeated Isla? Was that her name? Something like that. Alright. Onward to the north. Seems like Azure Bay is actually really big. Anything over in this part? Can I go down here? Oh, I can. Secret area. And we found interesting. Deep Sea Tooth. That evolves Clamperl, I think its name is, into either Gorbis or something else. Huntail. Huntail's the other one. I don't remember which is. I think Tooth is a Huntail. Deep Sea Scale evolves into Gorbis. Those are from Gen 3. I do remember that, even though it's been so long ago. Oh, and a TM! X-Scissor, that's a pretty good move. No wonder it's hidden this far out here. It's a 80 base power physical bug type attack. I don't know if anybody in our team can learn it or not. Honedge probably could. Might be actually a good move to teach him. TMs. Alright, let's see. X-Scissor, nobody can learn it. Or Doublade, I should say. Alright, that's kind of surprising. That, I mean, he literally is like a walking, or a floating pair of scissors. And he can't learn X-Scissor. And he's shaped like an X. Like, that is really surprising. But maybe once he evolves one more time he'll be able to? Not sure. Oh well, that would have been a good move. Kind of surprised that Go-Go can't learn it either. A lot of grass types can learn X-Scissor, I think. Alright, we seem to have found everything cool in this field. Maybe some Pokemon in there. But we have our Repel going, so I'm not going to bother with that. And let's get back on Art and continue our oceanic adventure. I think we came... Which way do we come? The other way? Don't think we've been to this island yet. It's a trainer tip. Advanced tips. Catch a fishing line from the back of a Pokemon using Surf. Oh, that's a good point. We could have been fishing off of Art's back, but I think you would have caught the same Pokemon either way. It can't be too much further till we reach that Sea Spirit's Den, I think it was called. Found a dive ball. Although we don't have the move dive, so not that useful to us right now. I think all of the special Pokeballs, if you don't meet their required conditions, they're just only as good as a normal Pokeball. Who's that? She looks important. Oh, I bet this is one of those flying battles. Yeah, a sky battle. I don't think I have any Pokemon, right? Yeah, I don't have any flying type Pokemon. Although it's not just flying types. I think it's actually Pokemon. It has to be certain Pokemon. So most flying types fit the bill, but not all. There are some flying types like Gyarados I don't think count, because obviously the Gyarados can't fly. But some Pokemon with Levitate, like Hydreigon, I think can. So it's just kind of based on what you logically would think would be reasonable for a sky battle. Yes, another Repel. And it's also not associated with Pokemon that can actually learn the move Fly, because I don't think Hydreigon can. But I'm pretty sure you can use it in a sky battle. Alright, let's try this way. I'm glad they're in the game, but I do kind of wish I had caught a flying type earlier. Anything down here before I... Ooh, a cave! This might be the Sea Spirit's Den. And we have Rock Smash. Sure, let's Rock Smash. Apparently you can find items sometimes. Like now, a big pearl. Alright, cool. And there was a Pokeball or an item ball up here. So let's grab that. Splash Plate. That increases water type moves. And actually is a good item. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I didn't switch the Lucky Egg. See, I told you guys I would forget that. Makes it less useful if you're not putting it on your lead Pokemon. Just because they're the ones you use in battle the most. Alright, so let's give him the Splash Plate. And we'll give the Lucky Egg to Skiddo. I'll keep him in the lead for a little while yet. All our Pokemon are at the same level anyway. Alright, cool. So I plan on doing kind of the same thing here I did in Pokemon White, which was my lead Pokemon is always holding the Lucky Egg, and the rest just hold whatever item is best for them. And I'll keep switching it up. Let's not use a Repel since we're about to go inside this cave. And is it the Sea Spirit's Den? It is. But there's nothing here, so I guess I guess there's going to be a legendary Pokemon here at some point. I wonder what the Sea Spirit is, though, because there are a lot less legendary Pokemon here in Gen 6 than there were in Gen 5. Gen 5 had a ton of legendary Pokemon. It even had 2 legendary trios. But I guess this is probably about the end of our ocean adventure. Trying to think of the legendaries. There's the 2 on the cover. There's DNC. I wonder if it's oh, you can go out here. It looks misleading. It might be Volcanion, I think its name. No, but well, it might be. That's an event-only Pokemon, though. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Maybe not. I think they call those Mystic Pokemon now. I'm gonna use another Repel again, though. So we might actually make it to Route 13 today. Hopefully you guys don't mind. But I want to make sure I don't miss any important parts of the game. And this has been a lot of fun, too. Super Repel. Let's check our town map just to see where we are. So yeah, they mark it as if Sea Spirit's Den is at the end of the route, even though that's not really the case in the open world. Anything on this rock here? Nope. Seems like it'd be a good place to hide an item, but apparently Nintendo disagrees. Just a dead end over here. Have we been down here before? Oh, found a star piece. It's hard to figure out where we are. I feel like I can only see a little part of the area on the screen. I'm not sure how it compares to other games, but it feels like in other games you could see further around your character than in this game. Alright, we've been to that island. Anything up here before we head back south? I think we've been past this island before, haven't we? Looks very familiar. So maybe this is the end of the road. Yeah, there's that sky battle. Okay. So this would be a really good time to have fly, but we don't. So let's travel down the center here. Make sure we didn't miss anything cool. Is that the Sea Spirit's Den? Yeah. And then I might try to catch us a flying type. Maybe I shouldn't use that repel. Depends how long it takes us to get back to land. There's that swimmer. And I think that was... yeah, okay. And I think we came this way. Yep. Alright. Time to get our feet back on dry land. And I think there was a field of grass over here. No, I don't want to use another repel. Because I'm pretty sure I saw some Chaddits in here. And that would be a flying type that I'm pretty sure can actually learn fly. But that's an execute, which is cool. So if you want to have an executor, there you go. Good place to catch execute. They are a very powerful Pokemon, but a little bit slow. So it could be a little annoying to train in that regard, but if you stick with it, they have a enormous special attack stat. Another execute. I know there are some abilities that have effects in the real world, or not the real world, but you know what I mean, in the open world. I wonder if like Sap Sipper increases the frequency of grass-type Pokemon, or even Pokemon in general. It's Pachirisu, an electric type that I would not recommend training. It seems like each generation decides to introduce at least one random cutesy electric type, which doesn't evolve and isn't that good. I guess Generation 1 had Pikachu, which does evolve, and Raichu's decent for Gen 1, but oh, a Miltank. Miltank is a good Pokemon. It's a normal type, and it's fast, and it has good attack. So I definitely think catching them might be a good idea if you're looking for another addition to your team. I'm going to find one more Pokemon, and if this is not a Chaddit, I will cut the video and come back when I find one. Slowpoke. Alright, so I'm going to keep looking, and I will be back when I find a Chaddit or another flying type. Alright guys, there he is, a wild Chaddit. I did defeat a couple Miltanks, so we are now at level, what are we, 36? I'm a little worried a Seed Bomb would defeat it. Because I'm not sure the Chaddit is that strong of a Pokemon, even though it resists Seed Bomb. Alright, let's give it a shot. Come on Chaddit, hang in there. It did, okay, good. Chatter, which I think will confuse me. And it's super effective being a flying type move, and it did confuse me. Alright, but that's okay. We don't have any Pokemon that can put other Pokemon to sleep. I wonder if Lapras knows Sing. Maybe I should have brought Lapras. But that's okay. Chaddit has less than half his health. That should be pretty good. I think we have some Great Balls. I have one Ultra Ball, actually. Let's use a Great Ball. One, two. Oh, didn't quite catch it. Ah, I almost had it. As the game says. Now we have to endure a Fury attack. Alright. I do like this use last item thing, though. It's very convenient. Alright, Great Ball. Do your magic. Or don't, okay. So I could use Leech Seed to weaken it further. I'm just worried that if I don't catch it in like 2 or 3 turns, Leech Seed is going to kill it. Alright, come on, Great Ball. You're not being so great. One. We are not even getting close to 3. Of course, it can use Sing. Alright, I'm going to actually use Synthesis just to make sure Wayne doesn't faint. Oh, I'm confused. That's right. That might have been a bad decision. Taunt, which means I can't use Synthesis even if I wanted to. Because Taunt means Pokemon can only use damaging moves. Alright, back to the Great Balls it is. Come on, Chaddit. Don't you want to fly me all over the place? Can Chad even learn fly? This guy is being really hard to catch. You'd think with like 40% of his health and using Great Balls, this wouldn't be that difficult. Okay, 1, 2, 3, one more. Oh, so close. Chat it. Trying to think what Pokemon I could bring out that might be able to do a little more damage on it. What else do we have that's not very effective against Chatot? I'm not sure. I do have Carbink. Carbink might have something. What? I'm not really sure, though. I really don't have to use like our Ultra Ball on this. Although I did buy some Timer Balls not too long ago. And the longer the fight goes on, the more likely they are to capture a Pokemon, which is really good for like legendaries and Pokemon you're going to spend all day trying to capture. Like I would use Ultra Balls for a while and then switch to Timer Balls. I'm not sure at what point Timer Balls become better than Ultra Balls. So if you know, leave a comment so that the people watching this can know. But I'm sure I'll look it up at some point. All right, who do we have? I don't think. Well, what does Lana know? Let's check moves. It's female, so Ember would probably kill it. Aerial Ace would probably kill it. Smackdown would definitely kill it. Charmander would probably die in one hit. Let's switch out Charmander. And if Chatot decides to use like Taunt or something, I might be able to get an attack in for a little more damage. So we will go with, I guess, Strength will be my most powerful ability. It did use Taunt. Alright, that was lucky. This Chatot is being like our most difficult catch yet. And we caught a Snorlax. Didn't do a lot of damage, but every bit helps. So I'm going to keep going until Charmander faints. Chatter will confuse me, but that's not the end of the world. Oh, that's right, it also does damage. Forgot about that. Okay. We're definitely going to use our next Pokemon. Let's bring out Lana. And time to start chucking Great Balls again. At least our odds are a little improved. Because the catch formula is based on how much health the Pokemon has left. I think it's health percentage, not necessarily like health points. I wish I had like Mirror Move or something I could, or like Synchronize. Does Synchronize work on sleep? I don't even know. Alright, we are down to our last 2 Great Balls. But I will switch to Timer Balls after this, and I feel like they're going to be even better by this point. Especially because I think it's based on turns in battle. And we've been in this fight for quite a while, as I'm sure you guys are keenly aware. But I promise we'll end it soon. Alright, let's use our last Great Ball. Cross your fingers for me. And after this, our odds will be greatly improved with our Timer Balls. Which I'm suddenly really glad I bought. Wow! What is Chatot's catch rate? So while we're doing this, I'm going to just look up real quick and make sure that Chatot can actually learn Fly, because that's going to be really disappointing if I catch it and it can't even learn Fly. Okay, we have 10 Timer Balls. That's a ton. But I mean, okay, it can learn Fly. That's good. 1, 2, 3, and got it. Okay. Good old Timer Ball. Was about to say it would be really weird if the only flying Pokemon around the place you get Fly can't actually learn Fly. And Lana's level 36. Good job, Lana. I really like her like flowing fiery mane. That's cool. It mimics the cries of other Pokemon to trick them into thinking it's one of them. This way they won't attack it. And we are not going to give Chad a nickname. And Chad is also in box 1 of the Pokemon Center. Alright, so that is finally done. Now we actually found a Chatot in this area of flowers here. But as I was looking for this Pokemon, I did look up this route on the wiki to find out if it's better to search in flowers or the grass. And you have a 30% chance in the grass and only 10% in the flowers. So I'd actually recommend looking in the grass if you're trying to find a Chatot yourself to teach it Fly. I don't recommend training up a Chatot because they're not that great stat-wise, but they can learn Fly, so in that regards, they will be A useful addition to our team. Let's take the metro back to monorail, rather. Back up the mountain to the Pokemon Center. As cool as this monorail is, it does get kind of annoying after a while. I miss towns where you can just run right to the Pokemon Center in a couple seconds. It's one of those things you take for granted and don't miss until you can't do it anymore. Okay, here we are. So we are going to organize boxes. There's also something called a battle box here. I'm not sure what that's for. If you can like access that when you're doing like trainer battles with other people, that would be cool if you could keep like your real fighting team there. But anyway, let's put Carbink back since I don't think we're going to need Flash for a while. Well, I hope we're not going to use Flash for a while. I really have no idea. But we need Charmander for all of his HM moves, and we're going to need Chatot for Fly. Whoops, not that one. Alright. I realize too I'm using the DS a lot like a Game Boy still, just force of habit. I probably should be using like the touchscreen a lot more. Alright, let's replace... oh, I don't know. Fury Attack. I've never been a fan of Fury Attack. It just takes too long. It doesn't do much damage. It can miss. Alright, Chatot learn Fly. Very nice. So, actually we should probably heal our Pokemon while we're here. Real quick. And then I think we're going to fly around to those locations I mentioned earlier, to the daycare and to the berry farm. And we'll check, I think they're actually across from each other, so this should be a nice convenient trip. And we'll check on both of those before ending the episode. And then next episode, we will head south and head towards, I would say a brand new city, but I think it's actually Lumio City again. Yeah, we're actually going to head back to Lumio City. Maybe stop on the power plant on the way there, see what's going on with all this this blackout. And I'm thinking once we restore the blackout, we might be able to face the Lumio City gym, which will be the 5th gym. For some reason, Lumio City makes me feel like it would have like an electric type gym, maybe. Why can't I use Fly? Use a move. Oh, that's weird. Has a little pop-out menu, even though it just has one HM move. Okay, where was the daycare? There it is. So we're going to fly back to Cramfriar Town. Haven't been here in a while. Thank you, obscure bird-ish Pokemon. It'd be really cool if they actually animated that, like this and Surf for every single Pokemon in the game. I feel like, I mean, that'd be hard, obviously, and time-consuming. But Pokemon is kind of known in a lot of ways for doing things like that are pretty time-consuming. Like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, they made every single Pokemon have a sprite for following you around, which I guess isn't that difficult to program. But I mean, at that point, there were a lot of Pokemon, so that's still pretty cool. Like each Pokemon has its own individual sprite now. Like remember in the original games, there were only like maybe a dozen different sprites for Pokemon. So when you're viewing the screen, you'd see one of those default sprites. All right, so our berry trees have really grown, and even with barely watering them, we got 4 Agua berries rather. It's time for a harvest. 7 berries, that's impressive. So berry farming isn't a big thing in this game, but they do make it kind of fun to find berries and then give you a nice big field to plant them in. But I still miss Ruby and Sapphire, where you had to like memorize where all the different berry trees were, and I remember flying around every day and harvesting my berries. I had a lot of fun with that. It's like the original Farmville, I think. I've never actually played Farmville, but I imagine it's something like that. We're going to have a lot of Oran berries, which is good because they can heal our Pokemon. Now, I don't know. I know I traded my citrus berry for a Lepa berry. Do I have more than one citrus berry? I really hope I do. I guess we'll soon find out. And what's this berry here? Pekka berry. So at least they give you a pretty good yield. That's kind of nice, actually. Alright, yes, we do want to plant some berries. And we are going to plant... oh, we have all kinds of berries now. Pearson, we only have one of those, so let's get one of them growing. That'll heal our confusion. And what about here? I don't know what a Mago berry is, but let's go ahead and plant it so we have some more of them. I'm a little nervous planting my only berry in case like I forget about it and it dies, but I think you probably have a decent amount of time to come back by the looks of it. Papa Berry. And we're definitely going to plant a Lepa Berry. I want lots more of those. Because like right when I was trying to find that that Chatot, I was also training against Miltank because they give good experience. And they're hard to run from because they're so fast. But the problem was I was running out of power points for Seed Bomb. So in that case, Lepa Berries would have been useful. Alright, so I'm going to just plant a Pekka Berry here. I'll probably come down and actually plant the rest of these after this episode ends, but I don't want to bore you guys to death. So let's head to the north and check on the daycare. See how our Snorlax is doing. And actually, there's a PC inside. I was going to say, we might want to leave like Lapras there, or even Lucario. Train them up a bit. Alright, let's go ahead. And I'm going to move around my Pokemon a bit just to make some space. Alright, let's just throw these guys in there. And Carbink I could train, but I might need him for Flash. I don't know, Lapras, I really like Lapras a lot. Lucario can Mega Evolve though. I do want to keep training up Snorlax. Yeah, let's put Lapras in there. Yep, I'm going to leave the other two spots for my other Pokemon. Although I guess I only need one. So let's see how they're doing. I want to take back a Pokemon. So Snorlax is level 31 and Scatterbug is level 32. That's really good. They're actually almost caught up to our Pokemon's levels. So let's go ahead. And I like how Scatterbug has actually overtaken Snorlax. But that makes sense because the better a Pokemon is, the more experience it takes to level up. Which is not something a lot of people actually realize. And Snorlax is obviously a very good Pokemon, whereas Scatterbug, no offense to Scatterbug, but isn't. So that's why it got almost twice as many levels. And I don't think the experience yield, or the experience that it takes to level up changes as you evolve. I think it's consistent across the family. So it's not like by leaving them unevolved, you would train them faster. Although that'd be cool if that was the case. And maybe it is. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But, oh, why did I take... I'm dumb. I was talking and not paying attention. So we are going to put Snorlax back in there. And we are going to put Lapras with it. Two of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. And two of the most powerful Gen 1 Pokemon, honestly. As anyone who's played Pokemon Go can attest. But they were good in the base games anyway. They're just both a little slow. But they have a ton of HP, some good attack and special attack stats. Alright. So we have both of our Pokemon in the daycare. Let's switch our team back up again so we can get the team we really are going to be using. And we need Charmander and Chatot, our newest addition. Alright, so thank you, Scatterbug, for everything. You're obviously level 32, and we make a pretty good Pavilion, actually, once he leveled up. Oh, he learned Bug Bite. That's cool. Guess he can learn Bug Bite. But we already kind of have our team set at this point, besides the last two Pokemon, which we are still not going to catch for a little while yet. I'm going to keep you guys in suspense to those. But anyway, I think this is probably a pretty good place to end the episode then. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Feel free to leave me a like or a comment if you did. I'm going to go plant the rest of our berries, and when I'm done that, I will see you guys on Route 13.